truthfully, if they told me that there will be a cure in hell, I'll go. You're talking about your mother, you know. So I went. I remember I went there with my security, my sister, my PA, and when we got there was constant insistence. We were upstairs in one room. There was constant insistence that I come to church that day. And I said, well, that wasn't the arrangement. The understanding is that come do what you're supposed to do. Because we kept my mom, we brought her by ambulance, we kept her in the hospital nearby. I said, the understanding is that you lay your hands on her and she'll, get better. But they said, no, you must come to church. Consequently, the argument won. My sisters forced me and I went to church downstairs. I was there, and when the whole thing about touching people and they would say stuff was happening, I found it a little laughable, seriously. I'm saying this on national TV, that people can confirm or not. And I remember my sister pinching me and telling me to stop. I said, come on, man, this charity, this is what we came here for. This no, let's move mommy out of here and keep looking for medical help. Then we're about to go to South Africa to this gentleman that was recommended to us, a specialist as well. The next thing, the gentleman in question passed, and I looked at him, I still had the same look of amusement on my face, and it touched me. Now, I can't explain what happened within that space of time. Within that 5 minutes where whatever it is happened. I'm not here to start preferring explanation to spiritual things that is way beyond me. I'm a man that understands how a lot of things work. That I cannot explain. And nobody can suggest anything otherwise. Because personally, I know what happened, to me. But within that time, lacks explanation. They said I said stuff, I did stuff. I found that extremely embarrassing at that time. But even further down the line, the reason I felt extremely bitter about it was, at the end of the day, my mom didn't get healed. I still lost her, So I carried that. When people were saying all kinds of stuff about it, some people even suggested that I got paid to come through that charity. I thought that was the highest level of insult. I didn't want to come out in public media and talk about the real reason I was there, because if they understood, they will understand that it's the love of a mother that drove me there. So it happened, and it took the birth of my son really to let that issue go. For a long time, I was very bitter about it. I carried that yoke in my heart, and I just felt, I'm so mad at this man and everything that happened that time. But the truth of the matter is that I was holding myself captive, not him. He had that kind of power over me. Every time I saw him, I would request that it get switched off. But at the end of the day, when I had my son, one night I got up, looked at my son, and felt the enormity of the kind of love only a father can feel for. And I said, listen, for the reason, the occasion of my son's birth, I have to let this go. So I did what a man would do, cried about it, held my son, and swore that I would let it go. And by all intents and purposes, I think I have.
His altercation with popular media personality Olisa Adibwa also made news. Iyke admits the situation could have been different if handled maturely.
Some men don't get over things easily. Apparently, I do. It happened in my life when I was, I was a little capricious and I didn't know any better. I could have managed. Now I'll walk away. Then I won't. That's why we're evolving beings. So him, I don't know his take on it, but I reached out recently via an assistant to say, hey, can we meet, shake hands as men and get this over with? He didn't want to. So I said, hey, man. There's much to be learned from there, but it's happened. Anybody that's looking at me in hindsight is where he is in the past. I've moved on.
Anything that comes to my mind. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Salami.
Yes, sir.
Come here. Yes, we know you are sorry, but take this man to the interrogation room. All right, sir.
Iyke's full revelation about the Deliverance saga can be found on our website, channelstv.com. Entertainment News will be right back after this quick break.